You know, I spoke one time in a room this size full of physicians, and I asked, by show of hands, how many of you are treating patients right now for genetically inherited thyroid disease? How many of you have heard of genetically inherited hypertension, high blood pressure, or hypercholesterolemia, or hypertriglyceridemia, or that anxiety or depression runs in families, or addiction runs in families? Well, here's the interesting question, and 100% of the hands, by the way, were up in the room where I asked this question. So a room full of physicians said that 100% of us are treating patients for these genetically inherited diseases that run in families. And I said, well, interestingly, we've mapped the entire human genome. We know every gene in the human body. Can anyone tell me what gene causes any of those diseases? And all of the hands went down. Well, if there's not a gene that causes a genetically inherited disease, then the disease is not genetically inherited, which means that those diseases do not exist. So what is it? What we pass on from generation to generation is not disease. What you pass on from generation to generation is the inability to refine a raw material. And whatever raw material is deficient in that generation, it leads to that disease.